Good evening. Welcome to Have I Got News for You? I'm Richard Ayoade. In the news this week, in London, as indoor eating returns, it's feared some diners may have forgotten how restaurants work. Meanwhile, at a nearby table, one couple deny their relationship has become strained during lockdown. And after another photo op in a warehouse in Bristol, Matt Hancock shows that being an apprentice is so easy, anyone could do it. On Ian's team tonight is a politician and member of the House of Lords who was appointed by David Cameron. He texted her earlier to wish her luck, saying, "Have a good show. P.S. Don't mention me." Please welcome Baroness Warsi. And with Paul tonight is a presenter and author who once said, "I wish I were cooler, but I'm not." Nice use of the subjunctive, Rich. Hanging tough with the cool guys. Please welcome Richard Osman. So, how has your week been, Ian? Oh, no, sorry, we just found out we don't care. As someone who responds to people, Paul...
Yes, I don't care.
How do you feel about there being an audience here?
No, it's great there's an audience, and there's somebody over here with a very distinctive laugh, which is great because, you know, when people laugh, it is inspiring. So I'm thrilled and pleased and excited that we have people in front of us again.
OK. We begin with the bigger news stories of the week. Ian and Saida, have a look at this.
Oh, that's a new variant, Cummings. Oh, he's got a top-secret document from Specsavers.
That's the traffic light system for where you can go to travel, and that is everybody going out for a drink because of easing of lockdown.
Yeah, no one's told them you can go inside. This is the exciting news that everything is open except it isn't.
Yes, this is the now familiar confusion surrounding the government's COVID advice on travel. What is the government's position on foreign travel?
It's a traffic light, and it's a new system from the government, and there's red, white and blue. And anybody who disagrees with it should probably be shot.
Yes, very good. Yes.
Red don't go, amber don't go unless it's an absolute family emergency, and green you can go. And I think there's only, is it Portugal and the Falkland Islands or something on
That's
green?
exactly right. Amber also, if you're an Instagram influencer, you're allowed to go.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, it is.
That's what
Was that one of the exceptions?
Yes, because that's a central business.
Oh, is that?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Oh, my God, so we all need to sign up to being Instagram influencers and then we can go on holiday?
Like you're not an Instagram influencer. No, you are.
OK, is this when I can put my Instagram account out and ask everybody to follow me?
I mean, listen, very best of luck. Go on.
Don't go abroad, but it's not illegal. That's the position. Lord Bethel,
Yeah, James.
the fifth and the best Baron.
Jimmy, yeah.
He's...
No, Jimmy.
Jimbo.
James.
Yeah, the J guy.
Yeah.
Said, don't go abroad at all. Just
Oh,
don't...
did he?
He
Bethel
did.
said
He
that?
just said... Yeah.
No way.
That's frickin' Bethel.
Wow.
Well, don't go, mate.
Lord Bethel is, to me, the same as Mission Impossible in that the fifth one is surprisingly the best.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It's very good. And the Environment Secretary, George Eustice, said it's OK to travel to amber-list countries. Then Boris Johnson and also Matt Hancock contradicted George Eustice and said only go to amber countries for pressing business reasons.
But you know, there are thousands of tourists that have gone to Portugal on holiday this week. If the government want to stop us going somewhere, presumably they should stop us going somewhere. What is the problem?
And stop flights
They
going
stop us
there.
going to funerals. I mean, they stop us going to care homes. But if you want to go on holiday to a place that's a bit dodgy, fine. What is wrong with them?
You know, and this is the point about the red list.
No, what is wrong with them?
What is... How long you got?
Oh, a couple of hours.
We'll make time. What is wrong with them?
I just think they've gone off on a little wander off to the right, and they just need to find their way back into the central space.
I think we've sorted it.
Yeah, I think we have.
Yeah.
Portugal is very much the destination du jour, or should I say du dia. You can meet some lovely people on the plane to Portugal. Who?
Is it the remaining members of the Tremolos?
The answer is journalists.
Oh.
The planes are full of journalists reporting on how everyone's going to Portugal. Or would be if they could guess a seat. One person tweeted, "Convinced that everyone currently on a flight to Portugal is just a journalist there to report on it. Loads of film crews trying to vox pop each other."
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, like a big vox pop circle jerk.
This is exactly like when Special Branch infiltrated an extremist group, only to find out that all 7 of them were from Special Branch. Group didn't exist.
Matt Hancock is issuing more advice. What about?
I mean, do we care?
Let's pretend.
Is he offering advice on hugging?
He is. People should hug outdoors and avoid tight clinches. Nothing too tight, lads.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, listen, chance it'd be a fine thing.
Yeah, look at this.
OK.
I'd be all over him if this wasn't...
Exactly. This has got nothing to do with COVID. I insisted upon it.
He'd be climbing you like a tree.
He's a tiger. He's a
Yeah, I know.
tiger.
He'd try and put you inside him.
Well,
Excuse me?
I mean, like a Russian doll, not... Why is it... Here's Matt Hancock gearing up for a tight one.
Candidate for Warrington North for the Conservative Party. It's been absolutely fantastic being here this morning with Matt Hancock.
Oh, that's really creepy.
Matt Hancock.
can't keep his eyes off it, can he?
Yeah. This man's looking at our personal space.
Yeah.
I know, right? What's he like, Saida, as a person, Matt Hancock?
Matt is actually quite nice.
Is he?
Yeah, he is. And I think he's genuinely trying his best.
So, how does he feel about being totally out of his depth?
Like I said... like I said, Paul, he's genuinely trying his best.
Yes.
And as long as people try their best, we're nice to them.
Yes.
Well, did you never go to nursery? As long as people are doing their best,
No, but he
trying
went
their
beyond
best,
nursery.
Yeah. And I met people there that are smarter than him.
I honestly think, look, joking aside, he's had a really tough
We're not
week.
joking.
No.
Are you asking us to disregard his competence?
I'm saying he got some things right and he got some things wrong, and this was a pandemic.
He's a hell of a finger
and
painter.
Yeah.
But these days he just says get jabbed, and I think that's quite good. I think it's just nice to have someone telling everyone to get vaccinated. I
Yes.
think we can all get behind that as a story.
Totally.
Oh, looks like he can get behind everyone. Sage member Sir Mark Walport made an interesting philosophical point. Did you see this?
No.
Right into philosophy. He said, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should.
I agree with that.
Well, it's hard not to agree with it because it's almost so
Do you take-
banally
You can
self-evident.
take that in so many different ways.
Yes.
Yeah, but if you substitute the idea of, say, murder,
Yeah.
it becomes self-evident, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just saying.
And that's the law in it. Can do, shouldn't.
Yeah.
Shouldn't. That's murder, isn't it?
Yeah,
exactly.
Don't do it.
Arson, the same. Can do, shouldn't.
Don't
Yeah.
do it.
Stuff in an ocelot with Marmite, same thing. Same
Of course you can do it.
Can do it, yeah.
Think
And
about
the
it.
ocelot will thank you, but you shouldn't do it.
Driving up to Barnard Castle for an eye test? Can
Yeah.
do it.
Right.
Come on, have I got news for you? Can do. Shouldn't do it.
Right. The Sunday Telegraph managed to fill some space by asking some young, dynamic celebrities who they'd hug first. What did you say to them, Ian?
I said I would hug the Prime Minister and hold him there till the bailiffs came.
That's a good answer. What was the big news in Bristol this week on this first day of legal indoor hospitality?
Paul stuff an ocelot with Marmite. I remember something happened.
That was page 6.
Yeah.
The big news was that a man had a medium fry-up inside the Fountain Cafe. That's right. Man has fry-up What kind of maniac orders a medium fryer? How are you doing that? A medium. What could spoil our progress to the sunlit uplands? We've mentioned this.
The Indian variant.
Indian variant.
Indian variant, that's right. Are you worried?
The worst variant was the English variant, which we stopped calling the English. We didn't call it the English variant quite so often, did we? But that was the worst.
We narrowed it down. We called it the Kent variant.
That's right.
Just to make it clear.
What can we get away with? Let's say Kent.
Yeah, our county.
Yeah.
Stick it there.
Yeah.
But the Germans referred to it as the English virus all the way through.
Yeah, there's been a bit of history between the two countries, isn't
Is
there?
that right?
Because we used to do that with measles, didn't we? We named that after them.
Yeah. German measles, yeah.
Cool.
Spanish flu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're very keen to plant it elsewhere.
Yeah, Hitler mumps. I was inoculated against them as a kid.
Yeah.
You have to put your arm up like that to begin. We're allowed because we won. We're allowed to say that.
Well, just because you're allowed to say it doesn't mean you have to.
Who has been threatening to reveal all?
Dominic Cummings.
Morris News, Dominic Cummings, yes, he's been blathering on his blog about how the government should have come clean about what was happening in the early weeks of the pandemic. Why didn't he speak up?
Listen, this is the story that Dominic Cummings is going to reveal some top-secret documents and information about how, when he was doing the job he was supposed to be doing, he did it pretty badly. And he's going to tell everybody
This
about
is news?
how... Oh, exactly. And he's going to tell everybody how it wasn't him, it was Boris.
OK.
It's so great to have him back, isn't it? It's like a baddie from season 3 of a drama. You think, oh, I've forgotten him. He's coming back. How lovely.
And, you know, his lines this time back are fantastic. He says, you know, what the government really should have had is more openness and transparency. This is a man who was dragged to a press conference who said nothing about his whole escapade up to Barnard Castle and then told a load of lies in front of the press. But now, openness is what we need. Transparency. Yeah. And also, he says, I've got this secret document. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Not that open. And I'm going to put it on eBay.
Wow.
I mean, he really is the kind of prince of dark arts, isn't he? He's our very own, or was when he was at the heart of government, you know, our very own Littlefinger, the kind of bastard of Barnard Castle. He really knew how to kind of make sure he had all the power in his hands.
And so likeable.
And exactly, and I just think that everybody is just desperate to have him back to tell us exactly, you know, what he wasn't doing when he should have been doing his job.
So, to make it clear, you are still standing by him?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is ultimate Conservative loyalty that's on display. The serious story really is we have to be prepared to hold our own government, and if that means that's my own party, to account.
Yeah. I like the idea this is a clash. Oh, sorry. I always forget politicians need the clap at the end.
Applause is a better word in that context.
Not with this Prime Minister. Oh, really?
This is the news that people were finally allowed to go on holiday.
Yeah.
Home Secretary Priti Patel has warned that people who visit countries they've been advised not to go to can expect a knock on the door, adding, although when I went to Israel without permission in 2017, I just got a phone call telling me I was sacked. Despite the easing of COVID restrictions, I'm still not able to hug my friends due to an underlying condition. Misanthropy. Paul and Richard, take a look at this.
Yeah. There we are. That's how to grow a plant in the middle of a carpet. And I don't know who he's got under there, but seems pleased about it. Wooden elephants. We've got to save wooden elephants. There's very few of them left. And, you know, wooden elephants don't grow on trees.
Although they do have trunks.
Yes, indeed. There we are.
Prince Charles, I think, has suggested, which is actually a rather good idea, for the Queen's Jubilee,
yes,
that everyone should plant a tree.
Which Jubilee? Do you know?
Yes. Do you know what? When I was at school, I remember at primary school, it was her 25th, it was a Silver Jubilee, 25th year, and we got a little silver coin. And now it's her 70th, and I briefly panicked and thought I was 95.
Yes, it's the Platinum Jubilee.
Which she got for selling 1 million copies of her last album.
Yes. Yes, well, in 2022, the Queen will have been on the throne for 70 years, which Prince Charles intends to mark by launching what?
Well, plant a tree, that's what you were suggesting, wasn't it?
Yeah. Let's take a look.
As we approach this most special year, I invite you all to join me to plant a tree for the Jubilee. In other words, a tree-belee.
Look, he is pretty pleased with that, isn't he? I think it's quite a good idea, isn't it? It's quite hard. It's a rather nice thing to do. More woodland.
3 million saplings he's looking for.
Lovely. Good.
He's already planted one. The Queen was with Charles for the tree planting. After almost 70 years on the throne, her curiosity is undimmed.
Did that come out of the hole?
I'd love it if that was the first scene of the next series of Line of Duty.
Yeah. Did that come out of the hole is a very good opening line.
Yeah, and
well.
who is H?
Yes.
Living in California.
Yeah. Hey, we know what Prince Charles is planning to do for the Jubilee. What's Prince Andrew planning to do? That's the...
Oh, he'll be getting the pizzas in, won't he? He's doing that.
What's the latest bad news for Prince Andrew?
Oh, he's been stripped of some more charities.
Yes, he has been removed as patron by nearly 50 organisations over his links with dead paedophile Jeffrey Epstein. Although, according to the Sunday Telegraph, a few felt unable to completely sever ties, as he hasn't been charged or convicted of any crime. Instead of formally parting ways, they removed his portrait from the wall, deleted his name from their website, and in one case, concealed a plaque bearing his name behind a plant.
That's what all these trees are for when we plant.
Yeah. The tree-belee is such good news for Prince Andrew. Keep him planting. Meanwhile, what wasn't put out on Monday?
What wasn't put out? Oh, my God, my recycling.
Yes.
Is this Panorama?
Yes, it is. Panorama.
Oh, yes.
It was
Right.
a BBC programme about the Princess Diana interview.
Yes.
And whether Martin Bashir at the time had faked documents and conned her into it.
That's right. But the programme was pulled after the BBC said they had a significant duty of care issue. On Thursday, what did the Dyson inquiry have to say about how former BBC Director General Tony Hall handled the matter at the time?
They're very critical and said it was a cover-up.
It said that the investigation was woefully ineffective.
And the only person who was punished was the graphic designer. So he got thrown under a bus, and it's taken 25 years for the rest of them to admit that, yes, actually, they did fake it as well.
Wow.
This isn't Dyson, the vacuum man.
No.
This is another Dyson.
Lord Dyson.
Lord Dyson.
Is he Baron Dyson?
This is the Dustbuster one. It's not the Dustbuster. I'm just having fun.
Anyway, he's not sweeping this one under the carpet.
Good, that.
Oh, come on. It said that the BBC had covered up Martin Bashir's deceitful tactics. Well, Martin Bashir said, "It is an action I deeply regret." He's been off on sick leave, and on Friday he resigned as the BBC's religion editor on health grounds. The Panorama was pulled from the schedule the following Monday. Finally, see if you can spot the shadowy figure behind US Interior Secretary Deb Haaland. Let's take a look.
Seth, considering the fact that I was sworn in by the very first woman vice president, also a woman of color, that was really the best.
I'm sorry,
part.
Secretary, I'm going to interrupt you real quick. You have a staffer who fully crawled on the carpet behind you, and it is the greatest thing I've ever seen. Sir, we know you're behind the desk. Okay. I would love to have pretended. Thank you very much.
For a moment, I thought that was Donald Trump returning to the Oval Office.
He never left.
Yeah.
And so to round two, the hotspot of news.
Hotspot of news?
Oh. That's right. Fingers on buzzers.
Right.
Buzz when you know where it is. Here's the map. Where is that?
Great Britain.
Scotland.
It is Scotland, but I need even more specific than Scotland.
Is it Glasgow?
It is. What's going on in Glasgow?
Well, somebody's had a biscuit in Glasgow, and such has been the lack
know.
of news this week. It's made headlines.
It's a biscuit factory in
Yeah.
Glasgow, McVitie's, are no longer making...
Chocolate hobnobs.
That's probably right. Is that right?
They're on the verge of closure. Please tell me they're still making chocolate hot dogs. So
Is it all biscuits they're
they're worried. They're very worried about closure. Why are they considering closure?
Well, people aren't eating as many biscuits as they used to.
That's right. Bosses are describing the UK's biscuit market as mature. The problem is that people who buy biscuits are getting old, and soon there'll be nobody left to buy biscuits. That's a problem. Despite a rise in sale of biscuits during the pandemic, there's been a decline in biscuit eating. People are just storing these biscuits.
Yeah.
They're hoarding them, they don't know what to do with them, people have forgotten how to use their mouths.
Yeah.
What's your favourite biscuit, Richard?
Well, this is going to be very controversial.
No, go
on. Jaffa cake.
OK.
It's not a biscuit.
Which people say is not a biscuit, but of course it is.
That's why it's called Jaffa cake.
Well, listen, it's called a cake for sure.
Yeah.
But,
what do you mean, for sure? What's it short for?
Biscuit.
But Bonnie Tyler is called Tyler, but I wouldn't let her grout my bathroom.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Well, you know what? To be fair, I would.
No, I would too.
But Jaffa cakes are in the biscuit aisle. If you had a kid's birthday party...
I'm sometimes in the biscuit aisle. Doesn't make me a biscuit.
Yeah.
Although you're a little bit of a biscuit. What are your favourites? No one asked you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Finally.
It's the Meghan question. How are you?
Thank you. There's been a lot of people on the inside have not asked me that, actually. It's ginger nut. Thank you. Also this week, and I feel we've dealt with it, somewhere where they probably still enjoy biscuits, that is the link, Ashworth Grange Care Home in West Yorkshire. Residents there have become the new stars of TikTok. What have they been getting up to?
Are these the new masters of drill? There's two very old blokes in a retirement home who've taken the UK drill scene by storm.
The UK drill scene?
Yeah.
Talk us through drill music, Ian.
Drill, it's a sort of hybrid of gangster rap and grime, and it's become very big among...
I'll tell you what they've been getting up to, not drill music.
Yep.
Specifically, they've been posting videos of themselves dancing to keep busy during the pandemic, which have racked up millions of views in the past 2 weeks. Here's Colin doing some Sean Paul.
The girl them skill arty. Thunderball, some give it up, some give it up, some give it up to our girls. 5 million and 40 naughty shorty. Baby girl, all my girls, all my girls. Thunderball say, well.
She won't stop banging those pots next to his head. This is the news that the McVitie's factory in Glasgow could be closing. The head of McVitie's is putting a brave face on it. Scott of the Antarctic took British biscuits with him on his ill-fated expedition to the South Pole, notably the two-fingered Kit Kat. It was originally 5 fingers. Also, this week, residents of a West Yorkshire care home went viral for their TikTok videos. One of the songs the residents enjoy lip-syncing to is Dolly Parton's 9 to 5, or, as the residents call it, bedtime. Back to the hotspot of news, fingers on buzzers, teams. Where's this? Yes.
Is that Canterbury? Or is it London?
It's more specifically South London.
Yeah.
But what's been going on in South London?
Well, there's a packet of hula hoops has just appeared on screen.
Oh, they're not closing the hula hoops.
What this is that a man in Peckham,
yes,
South London,
yes,
has found a huge hula hoop.
No.
I'm talking a really big one. I'm not going to ask if you want to see it, because you do want to see it.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
That's right.
Whoa, that did
Thank
not
you.
disappoint.
Yeah. I think somebody in the factory's been having some fun there, haven't they?
Here's Rowan holding the snack for scale.
Wow.
That's right.
Yeah, but we don't know how tall he is.
Yeah.
What's the scale?
Here's 30 centimetres.
Oh, right, OK.
Yeah. Seamless segue alert.
Yeah.
Whole-base snacks to holes in the ground in Siberia. Who are these people? What are they doing? What are they competing for?
They look like they're digging graves.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Wow.
At the annual grave digging contest in Novosibirsk. Oh, I don't know how to say this. In Novosibirsk?
Sibirsk.
Novosibirsk. You've been there.
Yeah.
You've competed.
The drill scene there is unbelievable.
Do you know why they do this?
There's no Wi-Fi reception?
That's right. That's one of the reasons. The reasons are threefold: to raise the prestige of the profession, improve gravediggers' work performance, and attract younger generations to careers in the funeral industry.
Wow. Is it televised?
I'm hosting it. Time now for the Missing Words round, which this week features as its guest publication Norfolk Nips. No, not that one, although it is good. It's the magazine of the Norfolk branches of Real Ale Drinkers, and we start with significant events of 1989 included the fall of the Berlin Wall, the first satellite TV broadcast, and what?
Opening the first Real Ale pub in Cromer.
You're very close. It's Stephen becoming manager at the Lichfield Arms.
Yes.
Of course.
This is from a regular feature in Norfolk Nips, not that one, called Interview with the Landlord. What did he say? The usual. Next, Jane Austen's favourite what was what?
Was it Jane Austen's favourite chief medical officer was Chris Whitty?
Yes.
Is it position was cowgirl?
It's snack and cheese toasty. Her favourite snack was a cheese toasty.
I knew it was that.
Yes, a recipe book has been found containing some of Jane Austen's favourite dishes, which include jaune mange and fricassee turnips. The editor of Martha Lloyd's recipe book said, I thought about Martha living in the cottage with Jane Austen. Those were Jane's most productive years. Can you imagine those conversations? Yes, I can. Belt up, Jane. I'm trying to fricassee some turnips here.
Fricassee turnips is my drill name.
Yes. That's Ian's safe word. And finally, Mr. Watt unveiled as new character for Mr. Men 50th anniversary.
Inappropriate behaviour in the workplace.
You're very close.
Mr. Calm.
Yes.
Or
Mr. Calm.
And another one, there was Miss...
Saigon.
Yeah.
Little misogynist, she was good.
Mr. Calm is the new character. It's good timing since everyone stopped working with Mr. Tickle and he's had to have his BAFTA taken away. So the final scores are Ian and Saida have 7, Paul and Richard 6.
Well done.
And I leave you with news that in South London there are suspicions that someone is tampering with the oxygen supply to Dominic Cummings' underground lair. As international travel restrictions ease, one Falkland Island family makes the most of the opportunity to visit the UK. And in Liverpool, the government have responded to criticism of cutting arts funding during the pandemic by opening a brand new art centre in Merseyside. Good night.
For all you MMA fans out there, Bellator fight action kicks off in the cage tonight at 10:30, streaming on BBC iPlayer. Get up and dance with Alan. He's got rhythm in that dad dancing kind of way on This Time, the next on BBC One.